Arman Tsarukyan is out of the fight with a back injury. And now Islam Makhachev is going to be fighting Renato Moicano on short notice. Renato was fighting on this card. He was supposed to fight Beneil Dariush, and he weighed in at 155 pounds. If he missed weight on his official weigh-ins, he would not have been eligible to fight Islam for the belt. But the fact that he cut to 155 pounds exactly means that he is able to fight for the title if one of the fighters in the main event pull out. That's why it's very important for fighters to try to make championship weight, because you never know when one of the main eventers are going to pull out of their fight. And I thought maybe Volkanovski was about to step in. Diego Lopez was talking about he wants to step in. He's a featherweight too, so it makes sense for a featherweight to try to make 155 pounds rather than a lightweight, because Charles, there's no way he cuts like 30 or 25 pounds in a few hours. That's insane. And also, why didn't the UFC have any other fighter ready? They usually have a backup fighter for these championship main events, and it's Islam versus Arman, the first pay-per-view of the year. They should have had a fighter like maybe Charles Oliveira or Max Holloway or Justin Gaethje or Dan Hooker or someone as a backup fighter just in case Islam or Arman pull out. Arman's missed weight before too, so I was very surprised they didn't have any other fighter just in case one of them pulled out. It's kind of a bummer with Arman Tsarukyan because that was supposed to be a really good fight, man. Arman's been talking about how he wants to win the belt. That was his legacy, right? He wanted to become a champion. But him pulling out now, it's not going to give Islam the same kind of, I guess, merit for beating Renato Moicano, because let's be honest, all respect to Renato, all respect to Islam for taking the fight. And also Beneil Dariush should get his show money at least. He showed up, he weighed in, he should at least get his show money. But if we're going to be honest about this fight, man, it's not going to be close. Islam is going to destroy Moicano. Renato Moicano is a really good grappler. He doesn't have strong enough of takedowns, I think, to consistently get Islam to the ground. And even on the ground, Islam's high level there too. Renato Moicano is kind of like a lesser version of Charles Oliveira with his skills. He's very similar to Charles, where he has the long range striking. He's a high level jiu-jitsu guy, very good submissions, good scrambles, but he doesn't have the knockout power. He's not as fast. He's not as athletic. He's not as good with his wrestling. It's a very, very difficult fight for Renato Moicano, especially on short notice. He trained for a 3-rounder, not a 5-rounder. All the advantages are on Islam Makhachev's side, from the stylistic matchup to the skills to the training. If Renato Moicano wins this fight, it is one of the biggest upsets in UFC history. It might even be the biggest upset in UFC history, because he should not win, especially on short notice. He has good wins against Benoit Saint Denis. He had that big comeback against Jalen Turner, but Jalen Turner was southpaw in that fight, landed good body kicks, hurt Renato early in the fight with a left kick to the body, which is exactly what Islam is able to do. Islam is also a southpaw who throws very good left kicks. He also dropped Renato Moicano with a left straight off of a right hook at the end of the first round and could have followed up to try to get the finish. If Islam lands the same combination, right hook into a left straight, and he hurts Renato Moicano with that same combo, he's going to finish Renato Moicano after. He's not going to taunt and walk away for the walk-off knockout or anything like that. So my prediction for this fight, I'm going with Islam Makhachev by a 3rd-round submission. I think he's going to beat Renato Moicano in the feet, drop him, and then finish him on the ground with a submission. Similar to how he beat Charles Oliveira. Except Moicano's not going to be as aggressive, maybe, as Charles was. Charles ran into some of the shots, and I don't think Moicano will do the same. I think Moicano will stay in the center of the octagon, use his reach, and not try to get hit by a counter left straight or a check right hook. But that does give Islam openings for his left kicks. The left body kick is big for Islam, and then he could eventually go up high with that, just like he did against Alexander Volkanovski. There's so many advantages for Islam Makhachev. So if we're going to be honest, man, the card isn't as exciting as it would have been with Arman in there, but I guess we still get to see Islam Makhachev perform. And the thing is, he might go up to welterweight after this, which I don't think he should, but if he gets that 4th title defense, he might just go up to welterweight without fighting Arman or Oliveira or something like that. But then again, would the UFC even give Arman another shot at the title to main event again if he just pulled out from a back injury? Which is crazy, because how did he injure his back? Did he already have the injury and then the injury got worse during the weight cut? Because he had a press conference last night. He pulls out a day later, the day before the fight too, while he's cutting weight. Was he wrestling? Did he like shoot a takedown and then injured his back or something? He shouldn't be training like that on the day of the weigh-ins. I have no idea how he went from doing interviews and having a press conference to him injuring his back, not even a whole day after the press conference. So who do you guys think is going to win this fight? And it's obviously most people are going to pick Islam. What do you think about the lightweight landscape going forward with Arman getting another title shot? Should it be Charles Oliveira? Should they fight each other and let Islam go up to welterweight in the meantime? Or you just do the rematch? And I'll see you guys in the next video.